go.
You have what you came for.
Tell your master we have arrived. He already knows.
Outside the Alexander Satellite Network studios, where this teeming overflow crowd awaits any chance to get a peek inside.
We have had an overwhelming response to my next guest. Crowds have been lining up outside of this studio since last night to see the special interview of this world-renowned speaker. His new book, Empower Your Future by Embracing Our Past, explores mankind's unending quest for meaning and purpose.
Okay.
Please welcome Dr. Gillian Lane.
That was quite an entrance. Very uncharacteristic for a doctorate in both world religion and mythology from Cambridge University, you know.
Well, they didn't know what to do with me either. Like I say in my seminars, what creates an extraordinary life is an extraordinary mindset.
Well, in addition to your many accomplishments, you seem to be an authority on the Bible Code, which is back in the headlines after Rabbi Aaron Rostenberg was found murdered in Jerusalem last week.
Rostenberg's loss is tragic. I was fortunate to meet him on several occasions.
Explain to our audience what this Bible Code is and how it works.
Well, crisscrossing the Torah is a code of hidden words and phrases that not only reveals our past and present, but foretells our future. Some even believe that it contains the actual blueprints of the universe. See, after removing all of the spaces and punctuation, hidden words are discovered by skipping equal numbers of letters. For example, every 4th, 12th, 50th, like a giant crossword puzzle. Hitler, the Kennedy assassinations, all encoded. Isaac Newton spent the last 10 years of his life studying the Bible Code. Another example, the computer found Princess and Diana, encoded at the same skip distance. And around it, Paris, tunnel, Ibn Ab, August, and 5757, 1997 in our calendar. The very month and year she was killed. And most amazingly, in the book of Daniel, an angel tells him to seal up the book until the end of days. But Rostenberg may have found the key to unlock it. See, he believed that the Bible was actually a holographic computer program. And that instead of 2 dimensions, it should be studied in 3. If this could be achieved, the code would actually feed us prophecies of our coming future. Anyway, the reason I discuss this in my book is because what we want to believe as religion really traces back to myths born out of our collective consciousness.
Has anyone raised the question of how people like yourself can believe in these hidden codes within the Bible and yet not in the Bible itself?
You mean like, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so?
Yes, exactly.
My mother used to sing me that song. But you know what? She died in a tragic car accident when I was 10 years old. And I finally realized that her faith in this loving God, her truth, was just a myth. Therefore, myth must be truth.
Well, that has obviously colored your attitude a bit.
Cassandra, my goal is simply to create an environment to see change in people's lives. Somebody out there say change. That's right. Change is what we're about. I've seen too many held back, waiting on some higher power. Not until we grasp that we are the higher power, can we take the next step in our evolution and finally become whole.
Поразительно. Последней части кода не хватает. Конечно, последней страницы тоже. Программа все равно работает.
Эти двое валей. Надо их найти.
Stone Alexander has again opened his gates for his annual celebrity gala and auction for charity. And here comes the world-famous, globe-trotting Dr. Gillian Lane. Tell us, are you a buyer or a seller this afternoon?
Oh, I'm just here to drink some fine champagne and support a worthy cause.
Alexander, the beloved media mogul turned political dynamo, has recently been named chairman of the European Union. He plans to celebrate his good fortune today by auctioning his Arabian stallions, with all proceeds going to the African Children's Relief Fund.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your money. Thank you so much for coming. My very good friend, the lovely Princess Gabriella Fucini of Tuscany, has requested this opportunity to say a few words to you. Principessa, prego.
In the last year, Chairman Alexander's various corporations have focused on new ways to combat our diminishing resources. Today, we have the first signs of a breakthrough. The development of an inexpensive, high-nutrient wafer that can sustain an active person for more than a day. And a revolutionary new form of ocean desalination that will bring life-giving water to the driest of deserts.
Saluti. Cheers.
In light of these remarkable advancements, I am proud to present Chairman Alexander with this year's United Nations Humanitarian Award.
Mr. Chairman.
Ah, Mr. Mythology, the motivational guru. It's all right, Dominic. So, are you going to help us raise the roof around here?
I'm sure the bids will be a little bit out of my league.
Oh, come now, Dr. Lane. What creates an extraordinary life is an extraordinary mindset.
I believe you've met Miss Barris.
I'm a big fan.
Please excuse me. Change and forward motion is everything.
I'd like to get together with you and set up a meeting and discuss some ideas. Who's his friend?
Oh, you mean Dominic. He is one of Stone's top aides. A bit odd for sure. I believe he used to be some kind of a priest.
Yeah, well, if I were Stone, I'd watch my back.
Ah, brilliant.
Always come prepared.
Oh, thank you.
May I?
That's very kind of you. What would your wife say?
We're separated, so probably not too much.
Almost as effective as your personal power tapes.
Did I do something to offend you in a former life?
No, only in this one. You know, Stone is a good man. He doesn't deserve to be exploited.
Hey, I believe in what he's doing for the world. I'd like to help people out where it's not about making money.
Brilliant, because you know the best thing about your power tapes? The money-back guarantee.
So much for my run. You're right, Gillen. You okay?
Of course.
Always have to play the lone wolf. How's your family?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Just a day back from pursuing the likes of Stone Alexander, which I told you was a big mistake. And now you're over here.
Hey, you invited me, remember?
You boys ready for the good stuff?
Would you spend all your time out? Tennis? Golf?
Why are you doing this to me?
Dorothy spoke with Jennifer yesterday.
Is that why you had me over?
Why didn't you tell us that you two were having problems? She said you're filing for divorce.
Not everyone can stay married for 30 years, Jack.
32. We're trying to help. What about little Maddie?
What do you want to hear? That I'm losing the best thing that ever happened to me, but I don't know how to fix it?
That's a start. We're friends, Gillen. Friends share things with each other.
Gillen, we've had our tough times, too. Being the wife of a senator hasn't been that easy. I'm sorry. We just promised each other that we'd stick it out, that we'd make it work no matter what. No matter what.
Fine. What do you know about visions?
Visions? You're the mythology expert.
I've been seeing them.
What kind of visions?
I don't know. Weird ones.
Maybe your collective consciousness is trying to tell you something.
Great. Now, you're mocking me.
I wouldn't mock the man who empowered me to my last election. I don't know anything about visions. I never had one. But I know about marriage, and I know about family. And I know the worth of a real man will show in the countenance of his wife's face.
Oui, je veux bien vous aider, mais ce n'est pas le moment. Oui, d'accord, je comprends, mais non, je suis très occupé. À bientôt. This Dr. Lane, What do you think of him?
I don't know what to think about him.
Well, I find him interesting. A man of vision. Not enough people with vision around me.
Because you know it in your heart, you know it in your soul.
Hello, Gillen.
Where's my birthday girl?
Oh, you can't keep spoiling her like this, Gillen. You already sent her birthday.
Where are you, pumpkin? Sweetie, I need some sugar! Guess who else came to visit you on your birthday? Tickle spiders!
Oh, yeah? Well, my tickle spiders are bigger than your tickle spiders.
I reckon if you loved me half as much as her, we'd have one heck of a marriage. Don't tell me it's not true. Every time you come home, I get a hi, and she gets tickles and kisses.
You want some tickles and kisses?
I'm serious, Gillen. Sometimes I wonder if you take those speaking engagements just so you don't have to talk to me. I gotta finish the cake.
Jen.
No, Gillen, don't.
I took a teaching position at the university. I want to be here. For you, Maddie. I know it'll take some time, but I want to make it work. As we delve deeper into our dreams, we see how interconnected we all are. Someone say, my life might be someone else's dream. And mythology is to society what dreams are to the individual. Now, religion would have us believing that there are demons fighting and battling over our souls. But who needs that? I mean, we do a good enough job on our own.
Sign my book, Professor?
Stone Alexander would like to apologize for having too many guests in too little time. He'd like to make it up to you by inviting you back to his World Peace Summit.
You have to express my apologies. I won't be able to make it.
I'm sure that'll disappoint him.
Дом Изаака.
Синагога. Дом Исмаила. Мечеть, наверное. Скорее всего, дом судьбы.
Свяжись с нашими лучшими людьми. Я высуди. Давай.
How do I look?
Studio says you look great.
Thank you. Can you come in on a medium shot?
Okay.
Tell me when you're framed.
Are you rolling? We've got to get this.
We're interrupting right now for a breaking story. Let's go live to Cassandra Barris in Jerusalem. Cassandra?
Behind me are the raging flames of where the
Dome of the Rock, one of Islam's most sacred sites, once stood. Just moments ago, the ancient shrine was rocked by a devastating explosion that...
We lost the feed! Don't find out what happened! We lost the feed!
Where is Benjamin? Benjamin.
He is gone. You cannot help him now.
We have a message for you to carry, but we must leave this place. Come with us, please.
Into its 7th day, both Israel and Palestine are still denying any involvement in last week's explosions. EU Chairman Alexander has been holding talks with both sides for the last 3 days, but little progress has been made. World markets are under severe pressure for fear fighting will spill into the rest of the region. Oil is skyrocketing as the Saudis threaten to stop shipments unless Israel confesses to the explosions.
Looks like Maddie's out. Are you going back to your place tonight? Or you could stay here. We could pretend like we're newlyweds again. No kid, staying up late. What's this?
It's nothing, sir.
Stone Alexander? Why didn't you tell me about this?
Nothing to tell. I turned it down.
But now you're reconsidering? You were moving back in this weekend. You know, to tell you the truth, I'm surprised it lasted this long.
It's just a week.
A week.
I made you and Maddie promise. I'm gonna make it work. It's just a week.
Both Palestinian and Israeli casualties continue to mount. EU Chairman Alexander remains optimistic that he can still get both sides to sit down to talks.
Fighting in the region escalated to a higher level yesterday as tanks from both sides exchanged artillery fire outside of Bethlehem.
Sir, Israel is pulling out of the talks. I'm afraid they find your position unreasonable.
Tell them it's unreasonable people who shape the world. Tell them it was unreasonable for their fathers to even think they could have a homeland again. Then tell them that you'll continue to be unreasonable until they make a deal.
Well, that's all well and good.
No.